Today I'm going to be going over this new wireless driveway alarm that I'm going to put in. It's by Mighty Mule. And there's several videos out there that take you step by step on how to install one of these, and I'm not going to bore you with that. Instead, I want to talk more about why I'm doing it and how it figures into my prepping. I don't necessarily believe that we're going to experience some great cataclysm in this country that's going to throw us in anything close to an SHTF situation. I think it's much more likely that we're going to experience a slow decline in this country, especially if some political things happen. We see now an assault on the police and rule of law. We also see instances where the police are working outside the law. And I am sorry to say that I could see much more likely a situation where we have to take the law in our own hands from day to day. And this is where this figures into my preps. Now, I don't have any prior experience with Mighty Mule products. I see a lot of their stuff at Tractor Supply, and I think they really make their mark with their automatic gate openers and stuff like that. But I've seen this, like I said, at Tractor Supply, and you can get it there for like $65, $75. I happened to grab it off Amazon because I had 20 or so bucks saved up in credits, and that knocked it down quite a bit. But like I said, you don't have to go to Amazon. You can get this at Tractor Supply. They're Scout. And it comes with everything you see here. It's fairly straightforward. It works not on an infrared beam like so many do, but on this sensor that detects large metal objects. So there's no danger of getting a false positive off an animal or a person, because it's just not going to pick them up unless they're inside of a vehicle. I've seen pretty good reviews of it. I've seen, a couple bad, but for the most part, it looks like it's going to be a pretty good item. And I'm still on the rope here about whether I'm going to go ahead and post this video and then post a follow-up on how well it works, or if I'm just going to save this one and hold it till I have the results. I'm leaning toward the latter, since this morning I spilled a cup of coffee on my laptop, and I think I fried it. So it may be a while before I actually, this is Veterans Day, by the way, 2019, and it may be a while before I'm up and running and putting out videos again. So we'll see how that works. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about why I'm getting it. I live at the end of a dead-end road. The only way you can come in a vehicle to my place is on that road, and I just like to know when a vehicle's coming in my drive. A little story. My daughter came to visit from Texas. Had an awful experience on the flight. The luggage for pretty much everyone in the flight went somewhere other than here, and so she came to the house without any luggage. And they said, well, we'll get it to you as soon as possible. And I was real curious how that was going to work out. But you know what? We got up the next morning, and her bag was sitting on the front porch. Now, I'm not impossible to find, but I'm not the easiest guy to find. And I don't mean that in any ominous way. I don't scrub anything or anything like that. It's just, I live out in the country, on the end of a dead-end private road. You have to go through someone else's property to get to my house. I'm not the easiest to find. But I looked at my camera footage, and sure enough, this boy pulled up in here at 2 o'clock in the morning, got out, put her luggage on the front steps. The dogs didn't bark. I didn't hear the car, which cars are getting pretty quiet these days. And while I'm glad my daughter got her luggage back and had it, first thing in the morning when she woke up, I wasn't too thrilled that I didn't know that guy showed up, And I thought, well, I need to do something about that. I need to sleep lighter. I need to get better dogs, or something. This hopefully will answer that something. Hopefully with this in, the next time that happens, I will actually get a tone or a buzzer, I don't know what the sound will be, that will tell me that a car just drove in. All right, so let's give it a try. All right, so this is where I've decided to place it. You can see that this is the driveway, and this is a natural choke point. Nobody could get past these natural obstacles, and then we got a fence over here. So this is the narrowest part of our driveway. And what I did, you're supposed to have these things 2 feet from the road and a foot deep, and then it runs to the transmitter. And they really don't give you that much line. I think it was at 6-8 feet. It doesn't add too much. I wish I gave you double that, but they don't. So what I did is I set it just like you see now. I took the sensor inside and had somebody listen while I drove the truck back and forth, and it works here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and bury it and stick the fencer on the sensor. I'm going to stick the fencer on the inside of the I'm going to stick the transmitter on the inside of the fence and go check it again before I bury it for the last time. Alright, so it's all installed. A couple weeks you won't even know I'd done any digging here. I didn't go real crazy trying to camouflage it. The transmitter's right there. You know, it's one of those things where maybe an international jewel thief and cat burglar might look for something like that, but most people are not. And besides, I'm out for people who are in vehicles here, not on foot. That's going to have to be covered by something else. Anyway, just want to show you that, and I'll run it for a while and see what I think, and I'll give you a report back. Well, here it is. Day after Thanksgiving. It's been 3 weeks, going on 4. And the Mighty Mule driveway alarm is doing okay. It certainly works every time a car comes. I've never seen it miss a vehicle, but I have had some false alarms, and had quite a few of them when I first installed it. Didn't do anything different, but they've died off. But every now and then I'll get a false alarm. Not often. Maybe I've had one a week that I know of. Don't know what to think of that. I think I might call Mighty Mule. I doubt that they're open today because it is the Friday after Thanksgiving. But I will give them a call when I get a chance and ask them, because they are supposed to have some support online. The way I know that is I got on Amazon and looked at some of the questions and answers. Do you want to? No? And I saw that Mighty Mule was proactive about answering questions and answering questions and comments on the Amazon site. So that's cool. That's good to see in a company. So I guess I will give them a yell. It is hard to peel an orange one-handed. Scout does not like them. She certainly doesn't like peel. So, hey, want some of that? No? No, she does not. Do without. So, I'm going to give it a fairly, oh, that's a good orange. Nice and sweet. Let me tell you something I found out about oranges. I let them stay on the tree as long as I can. I've yet to have one actually just fall, but what they'll eventually do is start kind of getting I don't know, dried out looking. So you definitely want to pick them before then. We don't have many this year. Not doing marmalade, I don't think, but we're just going to enjoy them as oranges. But I leave them on the tree as long as I can, because I figure they are getting more nutrients and ripening more. Now, is that an ugly dog or what? You're such an ugly dog. She really is. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. I'm going to give old Mighty Mule driveway alarm a qualified yes, and just say that I have had some false alarms. Definitely believe that it's less false alarms than if I had gone with one of those, I-beam things, because those things can be set off by animals and by people and by birds. And I just know from experience they can have a lot of false alarms. So I'm going to keep this thing. Does not mean I'm not going to back it up with something else. Always looking at our home defenses and just knowing what's going on is a good thing. So that's it for my Mighty Mule alarm review. If something happens, if it dies on me or something weird comes up, I will certainly amend this video. If you have any questions or comments, or if you have some experience with the Mighty Mule product driveway alarm, let me know. I'm curious to see what you got to say. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.